Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We thank each and every one of you for joining us in this very special session on the sweet pastimes of Lord Jagannath. And we would like to welcome all of the wonderful devotees who've joined us over YouTube Live, devotees who've joined us over Facebook Live, and dear devotees who have joined us over Zoom. We welcome each and every one of you to this session entitled, Why Does Lakshmi Devi Become Angry at Lord Jagannath?
So in today's session, we will be discussing the Pahandi Vijay Yatra of Lord Jagannath, then a sweet pastime with pillows with Lord Jagannath. We will also discuss the glories of Sri Hera Pancami, and then the mood and significance of the Ulta Ratha Yatra, Ulto Rath. Finally, we will discuss how Lord Jagannath pacifies Lakshmi Devi and the glories of Gambhira, Siddha Bakula, and Gambhita.
Jai, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So today I am going to narrate one pastime entitled as The Tailor and Jagannath. So this tailor named Parameshti was residing in Delhi. He looked very ugly and hunchbacked person, but he is a very highly elevated devotee of Lord Vishnu. He is a very pious man. His wife, Vimala Devi, having family members of 2 daughters and 3 sons. So he is very renowned in his tailoring job. Even that Muslim king of Delhi also liked him, and he would send his clothes for stitching. So he is very renowned person, being a very nice tailor. So one day the Muslim king of Delhi has sent one nice expensive cloth embroidered with golden stitches with beautiful this gems like diamond, then pearls, etc. And he called the Parameshti tailor and told him that you, from this cloth, you stitch 2 pillows. And if you stitch this pillow very nicely in the sense nobody can see the stitching thread into it. And if you do that, I will pay you, I will satisfy you with fabulous payment. I will make you happy. So Parameshti has got that cloth and thinking that this cloth will be used for this Muslim king. This is to be used by Lord Jagannath. This is so precious, so nice looking cloth. So he was thinking in that way and started stitching the pillow. Actually, on that day was the day for Ratha Yatra in Puri. and he has started stitching the pillow, and he was meditating uh, the Ratha Yatra. So he closed his eyes and meditating the how Lord Jagannath comes out from the temple and moves on the chariot. So this movement, this moving out from the temple and going to the Ratha, this process, this ceremony is called Pahandi Vijay ceremony. Pahandi Vijay ceremony. So in that process, Lord Jagannath is taken very gorgeously with a very nice, the mukut, nice mukut, and the pandas, the devotees, they take him as a maiden man, maiden person, like swinging in the air, and they say Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, and he actually moved. Putting Jagannath on a pillow and moved forward that by the pillow one step by one step. In that way, Lord Jagannath is put on the pillow and moved towards the Ratha. So in that process, what happened? That the pillow was burst. And Parameshti from Delhi, he was observing that so beautiful festival, this very beautiful ceremony, and he saw that pillars burst. Now what to do? So he actually thinking what to do. I have two pillows, so I should offer one pillow to Lord Jagannath, and he will be so happy by getting this type of offering. So in that process, he just as if that Parameshti is standing near Jagannath in Puri, and he took the pillow and gave to Lord Jagannath, and the devotees was using that pillow and finishing that process of taking Jagannath into the chariot. So when that was happening, he was very happy. Parameshti was very happy seeing that how nicely thousands of people are around his Lord Jagannath, and everybody is saying Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. And in that process, he was also feeling very happy. He was very happy by seeing that ceremony. And when this has happened, when by that time he has come to the external senses. So when he has actually come to his external senses, he saw instead of two pillows, there is only one pillow. So what has happened to other pillow? Then he was realizing that one pillow I offered to Jagannath from here, and Jagannath has taken it. Lord is so merciful. He is so merciful that a person like me offered that pillow, and Lord has accepted it. So he was very pleased and very happy. He was in ecstasy. At the same time, he became fearful. Why he became fearful? Thinking, now instead of two pillows, there is one pillow remaining, which I have to give to the king of Delhi, Muslim king, and he will be furious. What I should do now? So in that way, he was very fearful. By that time, the messenger has come to his house, taking Parameshti to the assembly, and he only took the one pillow, gone to the assembly. He offered his obeisances to the king, and saying that, "O Lord, hey king, O king, there is only one pillow." So by seeing one pillow, king asked him, "Where is the other one? I told you to make two pillows. What happened to the other?" So Parameshti was explaining that was given to Jagannath in Puri in his Hera Pancami festival. And he explained the whole thing that he, in a Pahandi Vijay festival, I have given that pillow burst, and I have supplied that pillow, and I offered that, and Jagannath has accepted. He is my Lord. And the king was hearing and smiling, but inside he was becoming very furious. He is very furious, thinking that this man, Paramesti, has stolen one pillow because it is very expensive and he is telling lie, then I will give him a lesson. So I will let you, I will not let you go. I will punish you. I will just put you behind the bar. So he called the king called this man and told that you just tied his hand with the rope, shackle his leg, and put him in the jail, in the prison house, and don't give any food, and let him die in fasting. So in that way, he was put in the prison house, and Paramesti was thinking and praying to Lord Jagannath, "Oh Lord, you are so merciful. Oh Lord of the universe, you please protect me. You protected Draupadi, you protected Gajendra, the king of elephant, from all this difficult situation. So I am praying to you, O Lord, O merciful Lord, please, please, please protect me." So in that process, he was just closing his eyes, chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
In that process, he just slept off some time. And the Lord Jagannath, being the Paramatma, he was observing all these things from Puri. And he was thinking that I should do something for my devotee. So Lord Jagannath came to Delhi, came to the prison house. And he cast his glance on Paramesti, and Paramesti was freed from the rope, from the shackle. He was just having his Jagannath's darshan and offered the prostrated obeisances and told, "Oh Lord Jagannath, you have appeared, you have come. I am so fallen person, but you are so merciful to a devotee. You have come, you have given me your darshan." Lord Jagannath said, "You don't fear. Why you will fear? As long as I am here, I am here. I am here with you. There is no fear. You should be fearless. I will protect you from all the danger. Don't worry." So Jagannath put his lotus feet on Paramesti's head. When he put his lotus feet on his head, then his hunch, his hunch disappeared. He was looking ugly. He has become beautiful, effulgent. He looks so nice. So then Lord Jagannath said, "Okay, now you be here. I am going to the Muslim king. I have to give him a good lesson." Then he appeared there in the dream of the Muslim king and telling, "How dare you are? Yes, my devotee has given me a pillow, a small pillow, and for that you are punishing him. This pillow is your father's property or what? So it belongs to me. Everything in this world belongs to me. Whatever position you have got, it is by mercy you got that position. Whatever you have, all the position, it belongs to me. Nothing is yours. So you should realize that. So you have got the power. That power also has come from me. So I am the Lord of the universe, and how dare you just, punishing my devotee in that way?" So he told that you just release him from the prison house, you respect and worship him, and give all the respect, whatever way it is possible, and you chant his glories. So in that way, Jagannath told the king, and at the time of going, Jagannath whipped him. So whipped him in such a way that he woke up. He woke up and he by pain on his back. Who has whipped me? Who has whipped me? So he woke up and saw the red spot on his back. So he was thinking it is not a normal dream, it is something special. That well, it must be God. And he was remembering the dream that if I don't release Parameshti and he will finish me. That is the whole thing he told. This must be God. So in the early morning, he had gone to the prison house and saw Parameshti was chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
And he was freed from all shackle, from the ropes, and standing and sitting in a very effulgent position. He looks so beautiful. His hench is gone, and he looks so beautiful. So he was very much astonished. Then he actually gave him a prostrate uh, obeisances to Parameshti and told, this planet is become purified by your presence. You are so elevated devotee. You please forgive me. And he has put, the Muslim king has put the respect of turban on his head and called his principal elephant. And on that elephant, he rode around Delhi, and king was chanting his glorification. So glorification, and in that way he was given so much respect, and he was brought to the palace. And Parameshti was worshipping Jagannath in that way throughout his whole life. And at the end of the life, he has gone back home, back to Godhead by the mercy of Lord Jagannath. Jai Jagannath Swami ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Jagannath. Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath.
Alexa, stop.
So now we heard this nice pastime. Now we are going to see how Hera Pancami comes. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Krishna Maharaj, he says that, Madhurila, he says that, Nilachale Aila Prabhu Bhaktaganu Sange Dekhite Utkanta Hera Panchamiro Range. Means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Nilachal to see this Hera Panchami festival, and he was very anxious. He was very anxious to see this Hera Panchami, how it happens. So actually, when we heard that during Snan Yatra, after Snan Yatra, Lord Jagannath got fever, and Mata Lakshmi Devi was serving him so nicely. And in these ways, he was getting nice time with Jagannath. And Jagannath, actually, he was pacifying Mata Lakshmi Devi to go to Vrindavan. Then he can go to Vrindavan. So then at last he got the permission of 1 or 2 days to stay in Vrindavan. So Lord Jagannath went with his brother and sister Balabhadra and Subhadra Devi. So in this way Ratha Yatra happened. So now what happened? Now instead of 1 or 2 days, he stayed there for 4 or 5 days. And he's not coming from Vrindavan. He's enjoying there with all his gopis and everyone, devotees. So in this Sri Mandir, Mata Lakshmi was very anxious, very worried, and she was feeling very neglected. Why my husband, he left me here alone, and he took his brother and sister and gone to Vrindavan. He told he will be coming back within 1 or 2 days, but it is now 4 or 5 days he didn't come back. So she was very angry. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking his associates that why Mata Lakshmi Devi is so angry. What is the cause of her anger? Then his associates, Shabdamodar Melli, he told that actually this is the right of the woman, of the wives, to get angry when they feel neglected by their husbands. So here it happened that Mata Lakshmi Devi was, she was feeling that I am neglected by my husband. So she was, some days she was not eating anything, but she was eating only spinach and rice. And after that, she went to Bimala Devi to take some, like to open her mind, like that. Then Lakshmi Devi came back. Then she thought, no, I should go to bring my husband. I should go at least to see him, what he's doing there. He must be very busy with the gopis.
But what he is getting there, here I am giving him so many nice bhoga, nice seva. He's with so much opulence. But in Vrindavan, what he is getting, he's not getting anything. Only some muds are there in Vrindavan, some trees and fruits and flowers. That's all. Nothing is there. So what he is doing with his friends, let me go and see. So in this way, Mata Lakshmi Devi got nice dressed. She is nicely dressed with all jewelry, ornaments, and nice saris and all. Then she was coming from the Sri Mandir with a gold palanquin. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was seeing this Leela, he was thinking that why? He was asking why Mata Lakshmi Devi is so angry, but she is nicely dressed up. So Sarod Damodar Prabhu, he told that actually her anger is little different. We saw this during Ramayana time when Mata Kaikeyi Devi, she got angry to Dasarath Maharaj. What she did, she went to one special room that is called Kopa room, Kopa Bhavan, Kop Bhavan. She went there, she left all her ornaments, she left all her nice saris, she wore one like old sari, and so she threw all her ornaments and she just lied down on the ground. So when the king heard this, he came, then there he came and he pacified her. So this is the way it should be. Means when they are in anger, they should not put any ornaments or nice sari. But here the case is different. Mata Lakshmi Devi is nicely dressed up with ornaments and saris and all, and she is going in gold palanquin with all her associates, thousands of associates she is going. So seeing this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with all his associates, they are laughing. They are closing their mouth with some cloth and they are laughing. So actually Hera means to see, and Pancami is Pancami. So actually Lakshmi Devi is coming to see what my Prabhu is doing. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also seeing that what Lakshmi Devi is doing. So they all are laughing actually by seeing this nice Leela. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also he got this Vrindavan Bhav by seeing this, that Mata Lakshmi is going to Vrindavan. So in this way, when Lakshmi Devi came to Vrindavan with all her associates in a Rath, in a palanquin, gold palanquin, all the pandas of Jagannath, when they saw her, they just did arti and called her, Mata, please come. But she was in such a angry mood. She said, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. He said, call your Prabhu. Call my husband. Send him back. And all her associates also, they were also so furious. They started fighting with pandas, Jagannath's panda. You can see here, this panda is doing arti first. But at last, they will be nicely like punished by the pandas of Mother Lakshmi. And they two parties were fighting nicely. And at last, pandas of Lakshmi Devi took the pandas of Jagannath. They brought them to Lakshmi Devi's lotus feet. And they all are lying down and they're telling what happened. Please leave us. But our Prabhu will not go. And they were telling, no, our Prabhu will go. He cannot stay here. We are not going to leave my Prabhu here. And they're telling, no, we are not going to leave. In this way, both the parties are fighting nicely. But at last, what happened? Lakshmi Devi left this. Lakshmi Devi told, okay. Then suddenly she saw the chariot, 3 chariots are standing there. Then she thought, this is the cause. By this Rath only my Prabhu came. So break, so that he should get punishment. So they started breaking this Rath. All the pandas and Mother Lakshmi also, she started breaking the Rath. But they didn't do any harm to other 2 Raths like Balabhadra and Subhadra's Rath. They didn't do anything. But they just broke Jagannath's Rath and told very angrily, tell your Prabhu that I am going back. Like that, very angrily she told, she just gone. In this way, Hera Pancami happened. So by seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy. He got the Radha mood, Radha Bhav he got. And he started dancing with all his associates. He was dancing and dancing and dancing. He was in Radha mode, Radha Bhav, and he was dancing whole night. And at last, all these devotees, they became so tired. They were also dancing so nicely with him. They became so tired. At last, in the late night, Swarup Damodar Prabhu told, Prabhu, now we should stop your dance. We should go now. We should take some rest. Then this way that dance stopped, and Mahaprabhu got his thing back, and they all stopped. They all gone. So this is the thing. Hera Panchami Mahaprabhu was enjoying so much, and all the devotees are enjoying. After that, Ultra will happen, and Lakshmi Devi will do so many other things also. Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath. So many devotees, they ask how to understand this Ulta Rath Yatra or Bahuda Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. If we consider the Gundicha Yatra or the Rath Yatra to represent the ecstatic emotions of the residents of Vrindavan taking Krishna from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. So then how do we understand the return Rath Yatra? Is it a festival celebrating Krishna, taking Krishna away from Vrindavan? What is this mood of Ulta Rath Yatra? So there are two sides, two answers that can be offered to this question. One is in the Aishwarya Bhav, and the other answer to this question is in the Madhurya Bhav, to understand Ulta Rath Yatra. And therefore, we need to first understand something very special about Sri Jagannath Dham. In fact, Srimad Gaura Govinda Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada's illustrious disciple, who was actually born and brought up in Jagannath Bhakti, he actually says that Jagannath Puri is Aishwarya Madhurya Yugala Milan, like the combination of both opulence and sweetness. And even Srila Sanatana Goswami, he writes in Brihad Bhagavatamrita the same thing, that just as Mathura Vrindavan is eternally dear to Krishna, so too is his abode of Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri. There in Puri, Krishna displays supreme opulence, and while at the same time presents pastimes that are full of sweetness. So this may strike all of us as confusing because in terms of Siddhanta, there is a vast difference between the qualities of Aishwarya, and which is opulence, and the quality of Madhurya, which is sweetness. When generally when the Jnana and Aishwarya, they the knowledge and opulence are present, then it is said Rati Sankuchita, the love of God is shrunken. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes this. Aishwarya Jnana Pradhanye Sankuchita Priti Dekhiya na mane Aishwarya Kevala Riti. When opulence is prominent, love of Godhead is shrunken. According to Kevala devotion, even though the devotee sees the unlimited potency of Krishna, he considers himself equal with him. So how do we understand Jagannath Puri, this dual aspect of Jagannath Puri and the return Rath Yatra? In fact, there is a third aspect, which is Audarya. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes to Jagannath Puri, he brings his Audarya Bhav. So it's Aishwarya, Madhurya, Audarya, all three moods with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So we have been hearing about Lakshmi Devi and Jagannath. So let's talk about the Aishwarya Bhav, the how to understand the Ulta Rath in the mood of Aishwarya. So we know Gundicha temple, we had heard last week that it is said to be a place where Lord Jagannath was originally carved by Vishwakarma, and when he was initially installed by Lord Brahma. And so Gundicha represents the sweet home of Krishna's Vrindavan. And Actually, this whole pastime of Rath Yatra starts with Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. On that Ekadashi, also called as Shukla Ekadashi, there is a festival called Rukmini Harana or Rukmini Vivaha, where Lord Jagannath marries Rukmini Devi or Lakshmi Devi. And this event takes place in the Sri Jagannath temple, and priests marry Lord Jagannath with goddess Lakshmi, who is none other than Rukmini. It's a very romantic festival on Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi, Shukla Ekadashi, and part of it is tying the ceremonial knots together with the cloths of Jagannath and Lakshmi Devi. And 4 days later, this the Snan Purnima comes, where Lord Jagannath is actually bathed. Snan Purnima is considered to be the day that the deity of Lord Jagannath was first installed by Lord Brahma. So Snana Yatra takes place, Abhishek takes place, and then he falls sick. And then at that time, the Anavasara period, when he is sick, newly wedded Rukmini Devi or Lakshmi Devi, she acts as the ideal wife. And as we heard in the Hera Pancami pastime, she goes through 15 days without sleep. Then later on, when Lord Jagannath gets well, she goes to sleep, and then Sri Jagannath leaves. And then, as we heard from Ma in the Hera Panchami pastime, she goes to Bimala Devi. And Bimala Devi says, gives her a churna, a powder that says, go and blow it on Jagannath's face when he's in Gundicha, and he will come back soon. So that's what she does when Hera Panchami pastime, when the Ratha of Lord Jagannath is broken by the pandas of Lakshmi Devi. At that time, she goes inside the house in Gundicha. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra are there. She just bows down. She doesn't raise her head. And she goes near Jagannath and she just blows that powder on him. And Jagannath is, what's going on? And by the time the powder wears off, Lakshmi Devi leaves. And she goes outside and tells the pandas of Jagannath, tell Jagannath that his wife is in the palace. And so when this news comes, Subhadra Devi says, this means she wants you to be back.
Come. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, hold on.
Hare Krishna.
They're with us. They're
Are we
with us.
having, can we mute?
Spadina
please?
Queensway.
Oh, it's the empty boat. Down towards the end.
Okay.
In the Hawaiian
Hare
shirt.
Krishna.
Okay,
Can you
sure.
please
Thank you.
mute?
Spadina
All right.
Queensway.
तो इधर भी जा सकती है बाहर में
Sorry guys, the first row. Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, so then we speak about Jagannath, and then Ma said how this Hera Panchami pastime happens. And at that time, after 2 days, Jagannath says, because of the influence of the powder, because of being transcendentally nervous, he actually says, let's forget it. Let's go back. Let's go back. And he's eager to go back to Sri Jagannath temple. And at that time, that he shows, when he reaches back, this ceremony is called Lakshmi Narayan Bhet. Because while Jagannath is returning, the king of Puri performs this important function, goes to see Lakshmi Devi. The king of Puri goes to see Lakshmi Devi. He acts as a counselor between Lakshmi Devi, marriage counselor between Lakshmi Devi and Jagannath. Because Lakshmi Devi is angry, and on behalf of Lord Jagannath, the king of Puri goes and tells her, please, Lakshmi Devi, he shows Lakshmi Devi that her husband has returned. See his cart, he has come back, and tells her that, Sri Jagannath loves you so much. Please forgive him. And then at this time, Jagannath traditionally sends an elephant inside the temple for Lakshmi to ride on to come and see him. Today, this tradition has stopped, but this is the general tradition that used to be there. But Lakshmi Devi refuses. And then Jagannath requests her a second time. So she finally comes out the temple, but she's surrounded by her girlfriends on a palanquin, not by the elephant that was sent by her husband. She doesn't go in that. But then she goes to Sri Jagannath's car, circumambulates her husband, and then quietly goes back to the temple. This generally takes place on the 10th day of the fortnight in the month of Ashada. So Jagannath then wears a special dress next day known as Shuna Vesha, which means gold dress. And that day is known as the Bahuda Ekadashi or Return Ekadashi. And having returned to the Sri Mandir, Lord Jagannath, he wants to pacify his newly wedded wife. Some say that it is for this purpose that in the evening of Bahuda Ekadashi, to pacify his wife, he's wearing this golden dress, this most opulent of all Jagannath dresses. It consists of solid gold, gold hands, gold feet, many, many golden necklaces, earrings, so many different gold ornaments. Actually, between the three deities of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they are wearing more than 1 ton of gold, which is about 1 ton is, I think, 1,000 kgs of gold. And this is an appropriate dress to pacify Lakshmi, who's the goddess of fortune. He says, "Look, I'm wearing Lakshmi in your honor, and that now I have left the Madhurya Bhav of Vrindavan, and I've assumed the Aishwarya Bhav. I'm yours. I'm with you in the Aishwarya Bhav." So the next day, the deities go back inside of the mandir. First, Balaram is allowed inside the temple, and then Subhadra return to their places on the altar, Balaram and Subhadra. But when Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, is about to get down from his cart to go outside, Lakshmi Devi's maidservants, they slam the lion gates and they bar Jagannath's entry. Some people say that non-Indians are not allowed in Jagannath temple. Their entry is barred. So they say, well, even Lord Jagannath's entry is barred on for a few days. So following that, there is a dialogue in the form of Sanskrit sounds between a representative of Jagannath and a representative of Lakshmi. And Jagannath's spokesperson goes to the gate and loudly proclaims to the effect of, "Jagannath loves his wife Lakshmi very much. He feels very bad and is begging for her forgiveness." And even then, Lakshmi Devi is not pacified. And then Balaram, he says that, "My dear Jagannath, if you want to be saved, your Shunavesh will not help. Your proclamation of love will not help. Rasagullas, nice pots of Rasagulla, that will pacify Lakshmi Devi." So then Sri Jagannath goes and he gets pots of Rasagullas. And here we can see Jagannath is very humbly trying to pacify Lakshmi Devi with a pot of Rasagulla in his hand. And Baladev and Subhadra Devi are watching the fun. Baladev is so happy, and Subhadra Devi is yelling. She's taking her tongue out and saying, "We are inside, you cannot come in." And all these different things while Jagannath is trying to pacify. Anyways, with this, Sri Lakshmi Devi is pacified and Jagannath returns to Sri Mandir. And this triumphant return is called Niladri Vijaya and commemorates the day when Sri Jagannath was first installed in the Jagannath Puri temple by Lord Brahma. Once he has returned, inside the temple, there is another final ceremony where they again tie together Sri Lakshmi and Jagannath's cloth. The couple, the divine couple, is finally reunited. So this is a brief description of the Aishwarya Bhava of the return Rath Yatra, Ulta Rath. However, how do we understand the return of Lord Jagannath Puri, return of the Lord, return Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri in the Madhurya Bhav, is that generally we know that in Kurukshetra, when the residents of Vrindavan and the residents of Mathura and Dwarka, they met together. At that time, the residents of Vrindavan were very pleased, very happy. But there were three other emotions that they were going through also. So we will understand that, and also we will address the second important doubt. Did Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also take part in the return Rath Yatra? And if so, in what mood did he participate? So when we understand the mood of Brajvasis in Kurukshetra, they had conflicting ecstatic feelings. On one hand, there was sweet bliss of finally meeting with Krishna again after such a long time, a meeting that they were even not sure that was going to happen. At the same time, there were other three emotions that they were feeling. First, they were feeling, you left us, Krishna. You promised you would return, and you didn't. So second, they were thinking that, Krishna, how can you live in this opulent place? You have been brought up in simple Vrindavan. That's so you are most happy in that simple Vrindavan. I don't know why you're living in this opulent place. That's what Brajvasis were thinking. The second, because they wanted him to come home to Vrindavan. And third, they were feeling that we are seeing Krishna, we are so blissful, but then someday it will end. We will have to go back to Vrindavan, and Krishna will not come back. And then we may never see him again. So this was another emotion that was there. And this atmosphere in Jagannath Puri is kind of an emotional mirror of the mood at Kurukshetra when Krishna met the Vrajvasis there. These same conflicting emotions reside in Jagannath Puri of union and separation, the mood of Aishwarya and Madhurya and Audarya at the same time. So having darshan of Jagannath, Krishna provides unlimited pleasure for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yet at the same time, in Jagannath Puri as in Kurukshetra, there are also the pangs of separation. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami talks about, did Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu take part in Lord Jagannath's Bahuda or return Rath Yatra? And if so, what was his mood? In Madhya Leela, he says that during the fourth month of period of Chaturmasya, the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took part in all of the festivals of Jagannath, Lord Jagannath in Puri. Which means all of the festivals, which means even return Rath Yatra is indicated that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates would attend, and they would not attend any festival if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not attend, which means indirectly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also attended the return Rath Yatra. But this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But then Sri Murari Gupta, one of his personal associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has written a biography called Sri Krishna Chaitanya Charitamritam. There he speaks about Mahaprabhu's attendance at the return Rath Yatra. And he elaborates very slightly on it. And he says, Gaura Chandro Ratham Anugata, which means Gaura Chandra, moon-like Gauranga, he followed Anugata behind the cart of Lord Jagannath. So Lord Chaitanya would participate in the return Rath Yatra, but he would not be pulling the Rath like in the original Rath Yatra. In the Ulta Rath, he was behind the Rath Yatra. He was behind the Rath. In the same way that the Radharanis and Gopis, they followed behind the chariot of Akrura when he was taking Krishna away from Vrindavan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu followed behind the cart of Lord Jagannath in Puri when he was leaving the Vrindavan like Gundicha Mandir, saying, please don't go, don't go. Neither the Gopis nor Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they pulled the Lord's cart to Mathura or the Puri Shri Mandir. Rather, they followed behind Anugata, crying and pleading, don't go, don't go. And so therefore, there is this Aishwarya Bhav and Madhurya Bhav in Sri Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri Dham has many names. It's called Purushottam Kshetra, the place of the Supreme Lord. Also called as Shri Kshetra, the place of Lakshmi Devi. Also called Anna Kshetra, the place of Prasadam rice. And Durlabha Kshetra, very difficult place to enter. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also addressed it as Vipralamba Kshetra, the place of separation. Another name of Sri Jagannath Puri is Gupta Vrindavan, a hidden, mysterious Vrindavan. So we hope we are able to understand the mood of the Ulta Rath Yatra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me.
Jagannath Swami ki
Jai.
jai. So here, today now, we will conclude the sweet pastimes of Sri Jagannath Swami with some of these very, very important places like Prabhu described just now, that to understand Sri Kshetra, to understand Purushottam Kshetra, to understand Gupta Dham, we need the blessings of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We need the mercy of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, because it is only by Mahaprabhu's mercy that Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu reveals to all of us how we can understand the holy Dham. So by the mercy and the eyes, the vision provided by Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, let us try to visit some of the very, very important places in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham as an offering to Lord Jagannath. So we know that after Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's transformation, that when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was revealed by Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the Shadbhuj Gauranga Mahaprabhu form, two arms of Lord Ramachandra, two arms of Krishna holding the flute, and two arms of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi, seeing this Shadbhuja form of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was transformed. And after the transformation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Mahaprabhu gave him initiated Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Then after Mahaprabhu initiated and everything was done, Mahaprabhu actually, when Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri, we all know that Lord Chaitanya had come with all of his associates from Gaudadesh. All the Gaudiya Vaishnavas had come from Navadvip to see Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and see him off and be with him in Jagannath Puri. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu requested all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas to return back to Gaudadesh, to Navadvip. However, Gadadhar Pandit, he refused to return to Navadvip. So, Gadadhar Pandit, we need to understand that who is Gadadhar Pandit? Gadadhar is none other than Srimati Radharani. And we know that in Krishna Leela, that the elders of the Krishna Leela, like Shri Radha and Krishna, they always had to meet in secrecy. They had, we know that, Krishna is Gauranga Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimati Radharani. But in Krishna Leela, we know that how much trouble, everyone would take, so that, the Sakhas would take so much trouble, the Sakhis would take so much trouble to arrange for the secret meetings of Radha and Krishna. They would have to, Srimati Radharani would have to somehow cheat and, put Jatila, Kutila in darkness and come to meet with Krishna. So like this, so many things would keep happening. And the elders always gave a hindrance for the meeting of Sri Radha and Krishna in Krishna Leela. But what happened in Gaura Leela? In Sri Gaura Leela, in fact, Shachi Mata, she one day saw that Gauranga Mahaprabhu after coming back, and after coming back from Gaya, when Mahaprabhu was manifesting his devotee pastimes, he saw that Mahaprabhu was uncontrollable one time and only Gadadhar Prabhu could come and pacify Mahaprabhu. So Shachi Mata begged Gadadhar that, my dear Gadai, please stay with my Nimai always. So in Gaura Leela, it is said that the elders always wanted Gaura and Gadai to stay together. When in Krishna Leela, Srimati Radharani and Krishna were always kept separate and they had to meet in secrecy. But here in Gaur Leela, everything was in open. The elders wanted both of them to always stay with each other. So Gadadhar Prabhu said that, no, Shachi Mata has told me that I have to stay with you. So I will stay here. I am not going anywhere. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu had to agree, and Gadadhar Prabhu stayed back in Sri Jagannath Puri temple, near Jagannath Puri temple. So Gadadhar Prabhu stayed there. And then when Gadadhar Prabhu was staying in Jagannath Puri Dham, Mahaprabhu couldn't do anything much, right? He had to agree so that Gadadhar stays in Puri. But Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu that, my dear Nitai, look, you know why I left Navadvip. You know why I took sannyas, because these people in Nadia, I was not able to do and, convince them to become devotees. I was not able to do that. I was not able to make even one single devotee in Navadvip. So therefore, my dear Nitai, I am requesting you, please go back to Gaudadesh, go back to Bengal and preach over there. It is explained in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat that Nityananda Prabhu kept quiet. He didn't utter even one single word at that time when Lord Chaitanya instructed Nitai to come back to Gaudadesh. Nityananda Prabhu, without speaking even one word, he left Jagannath Puri and he came back to Gaudadesh. And when he came back here in Nadia, in Navadvip, Lord Nityananda Prabhu established the Nama Hatta, the marketplace of the holy name, and he started delivering every town and village in West Bengal, making everyone a devotee in every town and village. Lord Nityananda, like how the beautiful bhajan goes, Nodiya Godro me Nityananda Mahajan, Patiya che nama hato jivero karo. So because of Lord Nityananda, the residents of Bengal were getting delivered. Every town and village was getting delivered. Villages after villages, Nityananda Prabhu was making them devotees. And then Nitai was transforming the hearts of each and every one in Gaudadesh. And by that time, it was next year's Ratha Yatra. And Nityananda Prabhu, he took all the new devotees of Gaudadesh. And with all the new devotees that Lord Nityananda Prabhu had made, he came with all of them. He came to Jagannath Puri. They all traveled to Jagannath Puri along with Lord Nityananda, and with tears in his eyes, in Lord Nityananda Prabhu's eyes, Nitai fell at the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and told him that, my dear Mahaprabhu, please accept Pushpanjali of these souls. I offer them to you, to your lotus feet. But my Lord, you had told me that you were not able to do something and that's why you sent me. But my dear Lord, I was never alone. You were always with me, and it is because of you. It is because of your mercy that I was able to preach. I was able to make devotees. I am no one without you, my dear Mahaprabhu. My sweet Lord, I am no one without you. Whatever preaching I have done, it is because of you, my dear Lord. So Lord Nityananda, he is Adi Guru. He is the original spiritual master. And Lord Nityananda, with his extreme humility, he is teaching all of us that what should be our mood while we are trying to do something very, very small in a very minute way. When we are trying to do some preaching, we should always understand that it is not us, we are doing something great. That it is only by the mercy of our spiritual master that we can be able to do something at all. So all credit we must offer to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, to Srila Prabhupada, and to our spiritual masters. Janitai, thank you. So Nityananda Prabhu was teaching in this way. So all the devotees from Gaudadesh, they, with great ecstasy, every year, they would participate in the Ratha Yatra together with Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And then, so let us see that, like Prabhu mentioned, that not everyone is allowed entrance into Jagannath temple. There are certain qualifications, but Jagannath is so merciful that in the form of Patit Pavana Jagannath, near the Aruna Stambha entrance, the Simhadwara entrance of Jagannath temple, there is Patit Pavan Jagannath, who is said to be non-different from the one who is residing inside the Sri Mandir. So this Patit Pavan Jagannath can be, seen from Aruna Stambha. So devotees or, pilgrims who are not able to actually go inside, Lord Jagannath comes and gives his darshan in the form of Patita Pavan Jagannath.
So this is the Garuda Stambha that we see inside the temple. There is Aruna Stambha outside and Garuda Stambha inside the temple. And there is a very special pastime where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he would want to have darshan of Lord Jagannath, he would put 3 fingers of his right hand onto the wall behind and on the Garuda Stambha, and then try to come up and have darshan of Lord Jagannath. This is at the very back. So Lord Jagannath Lord Chaitanya would not try to come forward and have darshan of Lord Jagannath right like in the front, but right at Garuda Stambha, he would have darshan and his heart would melt having the darshan of Lord Jagannath from there. And because of that, that wall behind the Garuda Stambha, where he would put his fingers to take support and go up, you can see the impressions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 3 fingers on that wall. Even today, devotees go, and it's pretty high, but we can, because Lord Chaitanya was very tall, but we can also put our head on those, the wall, the melted wall with 3 fingers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Jai Sri Garuda Stambha ki jai. One time, when Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu was standing at the Garuda Stambha taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, there was one old lady, and she was so much in ecstasy to see Lord Jagannath. She was so eager to see Lord Jagannath that she actually thought that even Gauranga Mahaprabhu is a golden pillar. And she actually literally climbed up on the shoulder of Gauranga Mahaprabhu to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. And all of the associates of Mahaprabhu, they started pulling down this old lady. Hey, what are you doing? We are climbing on Mahaprabhu. Come down, come down. And Lord Chaitanya said, no, She's seeing Jagannath and she's using me as an instrument. So I'm helping her. Her eagerness to see the Lord is something that all of us should learn. This is the humility of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. That anyone that Mahaprabhu would see, if they are, showing even one way to show little bit of eagerness in serving Krishna, Lord Chaitanya would glorify that. He would encourage that. He would fan that. As the famous statement goes, if we take one step towards Krishna, Krishna will take 10 steps towards us. This is a live example of that from Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's life himself. Jai Mahaprabhu ki Jai. So Jagannath was always so merciful. And Mahaprabhu, while he resided in Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu stayed at this place called as Gambhira. In Gambhira, Gambhira is actually, it is said, it is the home of Kashi Mishra. So, King Purushottam Dev, we all had heard this pastime that how the princess of Kanchi, Princess Padmavati, how she got married to Purushottam Dev Maharaj. And when she got married, she brought with her from Kanchi the deities of Sri Sri Radha, Radhakanta. And these deities of Sri Sri Radha, Radhakanta are residing at Kashi Mishra's home at Gambhira, and Mahaprabhu would every day worship and offer obeisances to these very beautiful deities of Sri Sri Radha Radhakanta. And this is the entrance to the Gambhira temple. And Mahaprabhu, it is said that he had a small room, a very, very small room, in Gambhira where Mahaprabhu would stay. His room is actually, what we can see today, it would probably be like a 10 by 10, a small square room. And there is a, little cage that you can see here in this picture, a little cage where Mahaprabhu's Kamandalu is there, his Paduka is there, and also the, like a comforter or a small, it's called a katha. Katha means little chadar, little thick kind of chadar, which Shachi Mata herself, with her own hands, she had made for Lord Gauranga. So Lord Gauranga would, cover that in the night, and he would sleep. So this is called as Gambhira. The reason why this place is called Gambhira is also explained that because Mahaprabhu's mood here was very gambhir, means very dhira. He was very, very, in a very different mood. Mahaprabhu was here in Jagannath Puri. So therefore, this very serious, so he would be here in this place, very grave. Yes, Baba, thank you. That was the word I was looking for. So Mahaprabhu's, grave mood would be expressed here in Gambhira. So taking blessings from Gambhira, we also see here, take darshan, at the entrance of Mahaprabhu's room, there is a Akhanda Deep, which means the lamp that has not extinguished since 490 years.
And this lamp was lit just after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this world in 1534. So 1534 to 2034, that's 490 years.
Jai Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Jai. And one other confidential associate of Gauranga Mahaprabhu who was with Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri is Srila Haridas Thakur. So Srila Haridas Thakur, we all know, he is famously also known as Brahma Haridas. We know the pastime that how Lord Brahma, when he in Dwapar Yuga, he came to see Krishna, he was testing Krishna, he stole the calves, the boyfriends of Krishna, he committed this offense, he realized his mistake, he begged forgiveness, but even then he was not feeling satisfied. He said, I have to repent for what I have done. I have to atone for what I have done. So he wanted to take birth in a Mohammedan family. And Krishna is so merciful. He said that, okay, you may take birth in a lower family, but I will make you still glorious. And Mahaprabhu made him as the Nama Acharya. That Srila Haridas Thakur, we know his glorious life, that how, he was brought in front of the Muslim ruler, that why you are chanting, and then he was, taken around and beaten in 22 marketplaces. In fact, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, it is explained that when Haridas Thakur was being taken in these marketplaces, during the Mahaprakash Leela, Mahaprabhu explained to Haridas that when they were whipping you like this, I wanted to invoke Sudarshan and kill each and every one of those soldiers, but you stopped me, Haridas. And because you stopped me, I had no other option other than taking those whiplashes on my own back. And Mahaprabhu turned around and showed his own back, and Haridas could see the whiplashes of, on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's back, which Mahaprabhu had taken upon himself. So this is how the beautiful relationship of Mahaprabhu and Haridas is. And Haridas Thakur, Lord Chaitanya, he would not go inside the Jagannath temple, but Lord Mahaprabhu would come to see Haridas Thakur every morning. It is said that the moving Lord Jagannath would come to give the mercy of the stationary Jagannath to Haridas every single day. So one day when Mahaprabhu came to see Haridas, in the morning, Mahaprabhu was brushing his teeth, with the neem twig of Lord Jagannath. And then, when he saw Haridas sitting under the scorching sun, he said, "You're so much in scorching sun, don't worry." He put the neem twig, and lo and behold, right then and there is this Bokul tree came out. Very, very big flower tree of Bokul tree came. And that became the favorite sitting place of Haridas Thakur, where he would sit every day and chant. And Mahaprabhu would sit along with Haridas Thakur, and both of them would chant at Siddha Bokul. This is the darshan of the Siddha Bokul tree that we can see today. One day, when Mahaprabhu visited Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur had become very old, and he said that, "Mahaprabhu, I know that very soon you will be wrapping up your pastimes, and before that happens, please give me your permission so that I can look at your lotus face and I can leave this world." So Mahaprabhu could not refuse, this earnest desire of Haridas Thakur, and he said, okay. He fulfilled the desire. So then one day, when Mahaprabhu visited him, it is said that Haridas Thakur fixed his eyes like bumblebees upon the lotus moon-like face of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and chanting Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Haridas Thakur gave up his body. He left his body. And Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu personally carried the body of Haridas Thakur all around Jagannath Puri. And then they came onto the banks of the ocean, the shores of the ocean, and Lord Chaitanya personally bathed the transcendental body of Haridas Thakur with the ocean water. And Lord Chaitanya declared that from today, this Samudra has become Mahatirtha, because it has bathed the pure devotee's body. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally placed the body of Haridas Thakur in Samadhi. And till today, we can see on the shores of the Puri beach, we see the Samadhi of Srila Haridas Thakur. Let us offer our obeisances here at the Samadhi of Srila Haridas Thakur. Mahaprabhu organized a huge feast, and he personally served the devotees feast prasad, and Lord Chaitanya danced ecstatically, remembering Srila Haridas Thakur. Finally, we come to Sri Tota Gopinath Ji. Tota Gopinath, it is said that this is also the Vrindavan area of Jagannath Puri Dham, and this is where Sri Gadadhar Pandit would live. And one day when Mahaprabhu came to see Gadadhar, Mahaprabhu would come to see Gadadhar every day, because Gadadhar would read Srimad Bhagavatam, and Lord Chaitanya would love to listen to Gadadhar reading Bhagavatam. So every day Lord Chaitanya would come and sit with Gadadhar. And this Gadadhar Prabhu would live in this place called Chakat Chataka Parvat. Chataka Parvat was like huge sand dunes, and Mahaprabhu felt that it is non-different from Sri Giriraj. And one day, Mahaprabhu actually dug out Gopinath Ji, Lalita Sakhi, and Srimati Radharani from the sands from the Chataka Parvat. And Mahaprabhu actually carried Gopinath Ji on his lap and handed him over to Gadadhar Prabhu to worship. So we can see here Gopinath in the center, Srimati Radharani with the veena on the right, and Lalita Sakhi is actually playing the flute on the left of Gopinath Ji. So this is the beautiful deity, and there's also Lord Balaram with Revati and Varuni on one side. And then there is also Shri Shri Gaura Gadadhar and Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan in this Tota Gopinath temple. So Lord Nityananda, one year, he came to Jagannath Puri to see Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Lord Nityananda, he became, of course, very ecstatic on seeing Lord Jagannath. And then he came to visit. He heard that Mahaprabhu got Tota Gopinath. You know, Tota means garden. So garden Gopinath, and Lord Nityananda, he came running to see Gadadhar, and he said, I have come to see Gopinath. And Lord Nityananda became so ecstatic seeing the beautiful form of Sri Gopinath. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu had brought some special gift for Gopinath. He gave to Gadadhar Prabhu a bag of very, very sweet, fragrant smelling rice. And he said, cook this for Gopinath, you know, and Sugandhita Chaul, it is said, like chawal, you know, rice from Bangladesh, Nityananda Prabhu had brought. So Lord Chaitanya, you know, he came to visit Gadadhar Prabhu, and he saw that Nitai is already there. And the three lords, they got together, and Gadadhar Prabhu was cooking. And Gadadhar Prabhu, it is said that he just took some, you know, spinach, which was growing in the garden of Gopinath. And then he also took some tamarind leaves and the salty ocean water. And he made chutney and he made this rice. And then Lord Chaitanya also came there. And Lord Chaitanya, when he came, he started smelling and he said, oh, Godai, you are cooking like this. You know, Nityanande Rana Chaul, Godadhare Randhan, Gopinather Prasad. Tate ki amar bhag nahi means will I not get a little portion of what you all are taking? Please give me some Mahaprasad of Gopinath also. So in this way, the three lords, they sat down and honored Gopinath's Mahaprasad. And it is said that whoever will read or hear this pastime of Sri Gaurahari taking prasad with Lord Nityananda and Sri Gadadhar Pandit at Tota Gopinath with loving devotion, they will for sure attain Krishna Bhakti at the lotus feet of Sri Gopinath. Of this, there is no doubt. So this is how, you know, Mahaprabhu, he saw Vamsivat of Vrindavan in Tota Gopinath temple courtyard, and the sand dunes in front of Tota Gopinath reminded Mahaprabhu of Giri Govardhan, Sri Giriraj. Mahaprabhu would run to the sand dunes by calling, hey Giriraj, and he would embrace the hot sand dunes. So this way, you know, Mahaprabhu spent such quality time with Sri Gopinath. And it is said that Lord Chaitanya, he actually, when he wrapped up his pastime in the year 1534, Lord Chaitanya actually is said to have entered into the knee of Sri Tota Gopinath. And that, you know, made a little crack in the right knee of Sri Gopinath. And in fact, even till today, if we go after Mangalarti, we can take darshan of the little crack in Gopinath Ji's right knee. If we can zoom in on this picture, we can see on the right knee there is a little red dot. That is the little crack which was made when Gauranga Mahaprabhu entered the deity of Tota Gopinath Ji. So this is how we are celebrating our pastimes here in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. Now, our pastime cannot be concluded in Jagannath Puri unless we take Jagannath Mahaprasad. So let us all honor Mahaprasad of Sri Jagannath Jai Jagannath Mahaprasadam ki
Jai.
Jai. And this is a very, very famous drink, Tonka Tarani, which is a buttermilk of Lord Jagannath. Very, very tasty, delicious. This is the khaja of Lord Jagannath. Mahaprasad, Malpua and Rabdi, Balabhadra's Mahaprasad, and Chanapura, which is very, very dear to Lord Jagannath. Jai Shri Jagannath Swami ki
Jai.
Jai. Shri Shankha Kshetra ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. So this, we have been speaking from the last few weeks on the glories of Lord Jagannath, of the Ratha Yatra, and all of the different pastimes regarding Lord Jagannath. So today is kind of the conclusion of all of that, with Ulta Rath also happening. And we've been very happy, fortunate to speak and hear on Sri Jagannath's pastimes. So we'll continue next week as well with different pastimes, and we'll be announcing that in the group next week. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. It is also said that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he gave this special benediction that anyone who has seen this festival of Sri Haridas Thakur's passing away, like Sri Kalasudha described, Kalasudha Devi ji described, anyone who has chanted and danced here, anyone who has offered sand on the body of Sri Haridas Thakur, and anyone who has joined this festival to partake of the prasadam will achieve the favor of Krishna very soon. There is such a wonderful power in seeing Srila Haridas Thakur. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions or comments, we can open the lines now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Such beautiful pastimes. Thank you for giving us all the darshan and also the mercy of the Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Maharani and Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So such beautiful illustrations and pictures, Mataji, is so, like eye-catching, I should say. But they are really beautiful, and thank you for giving us all these pastimes. In these pastimes, you can go on listening forever, and you never get you had enough. But it's so sweet. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Amma Baba. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. As usual, so nice to see all of you. Thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful pastimes. I'm always learning so much from all of you. I want to thank you so much, and that was really, really wonderful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Amrita Radhika. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Prabhuji, Ma Baba. Pranams Mataji. Thank you for the wonderful session. Mind-blowing sessions. Thank you again. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
All right. If there are no other questions or comments, we will continue this session next week. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Mataji. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. It was a very amazing session for the last 1 hour. Especially thanks so much for all the beautiful slides through which we could actually visualize the whole story. And there were so many small stories intertwined that how many ever times we hear, might be we won't be able to remember all these stories. So thanks a lot for you people's all your hard work and all those efforts to bring these pastimes in live for us Matajis and Prabhujis. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Dandavat Pranams, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we will look forward to seeing all of you next week again. Hare Krishna.
Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji, Pranam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Ma Baba, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.